I welcome back you all again. Myself, Chitrashriyam, student of Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, studying in first semester BE. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about the topic types of computer devices and looping statements. Let's know the contents of my presentation. Initially, types of computer devices, particularly about input and output devices, its introduction, definition, importance and its functions, example with its applications. And when it comes to the looping statements, types and definition, syntax for those types, and finally the steps. Moving on further, the introduction. Computer devices are the electronic devices which take inputs, process the inputs, and then calculate results from the inputs. When we work with the computer, we need to enter data and instructions to the computer using some devices, and these devices are called as input devices. And the computer gives a result after processing through some devices, and those devices are called as output device. There are actually four types of computer devices, like input devices, processing devices, output devices, and last the storage devices. Let's have the brief definition of input devices. These are the devices which are used to feed data and instructions into the computer. In the absence of input device, the computer would be only a display device, and the responsibility of input device is to convert input data into binary code, that is 0 and 1. Here are some examples of input devices shown in the picture. When it comes to the output devices, any devices that gives information from a computer are called as output devices. They are electromechanical devices that accept digital data from a computer. It helps to convert those data into human readable languages. And the picture here is shown indicates about the examples of output devices. Importance and functions of input devices. When it comes to the importance, the purpose of an input device is to enable computer operator to have control of the computer and send data such as text, images or sounds to the computer. An input devices will feed text or characters for processing, and it enable the computer user to perform specific control functions. Here are some functions of input devices. They take data to be processed from the user, convert the given data to machine readable form, transmit the converted data into the main memory of the computer. Here are some advantages of input devices. It can allow the user to interact and add additional information to the electronic device such as computer. These devices are reliable for putting data on a computer. Most people find easy to use. Like the input device, even the output devices also have some importance and the functions. When it comes to the importance, output devices allow user to better interact with the computer equipment. They convert data signals into things that people can better understand, such as images or sounds. This means that users can utilize these applications to manipulate data into the most appropriate form for a given situation. When it comes to the functions of output devices, they receive the processed data from a computer and transform it in the form of audio, video, or physical responses. It sends data from a computer to another device or the user. Advantages. Output devices make our work cheaper as we do not need to print all the files. They can produce high quality text and can be magnified. Users can recheck the produced results and make changes to the file or document before printing. Let's know some of the examples and applications of input devices. Initially, keyboard. It is used to enter characters and functions into the computer by pressing buttons or keys, and it is the primary source to enter the text. Mouse. It is used to point at an object you see on the screen. By using the mouse, we can also select or highlight an object or the text. Touchscreen. It is used to input and receive information from a single peripheral device. They can quickly input data directly into the system by touching on the screen. Scanner. It digitizes physical documents, images, or even objects. It helps for the conversion of digital formats that can be viewed, edited, and stored on a computer. Cameras. It is used to capture and store images and even the videos, used to record a event and creating clip arts. Microphones. Used in many applications such as telephones, hearing aids, public address system. It is faster to provide voice as input using the microphone. When it comes to the output devices, there are many examples such as monitors. Once the input has been processed by the computer, a monitor is signaled. It helps to display the output in the form of images on a digital screen. Printers. It is used to get a hard copy of a document or a file. It is used to get the printout of important documents. Speakers. Used in aerospace, automotive telephone, security, packaging, and other voice communication applications. It is connected to a computer to generate the sound. Headphones. It makes spoken communication possible without having to wear an earpiece or hold a microphone. Projectors. They can be used to project videos, slider, and images onto a screen. They are used in business meetings, conferences, classrooms for presentation. GPS devices. It is used for the determination of position, used for the purpose of navigation for getting from one location to another. Moving on further, the major topic of my presentation is looping statement in C. Loops in C is used to execute the block of code several times according to the condition given in the loop. It means it executes the same code multiple times, so it saves code and also helps to transfer the elements of an array. There are three types of loops mainly: for loop, while loop, and the do while loop. For loop. It is used to iterate the statements or a part of the program several times. While loop. It is used to evaluate the test condition and iterate over the loop body until the condition returns true. Do while loop. It is used to execute the code block once before checking if the condition is true. Then it will repeat as long as the condition is true. Syntax for all the three types. The below shown conditions are the syntax for the respective type of loops. And there are some steps which are to be followed in a particular type of loops. Initially, in the for loop, initialize variable, check condition, execute body, update variable, repeat or exit. When it comes to the while loop, check condition, if true, execute body, update variables, repeat or exit. In do while loop, execute body, check condition, if true, repeat or exit.